sometimes you lack love. Let's just go. Let's just go down the line.
That's the most important.
Sometimes people they hate themselves.
Yeah.
So the first person, whether they're like narcissistic, bad people, whatever, they're gonna say yes. I was like, what's the highest mountain in the world? And I saw like Everest, Kilimanjaro. I was like, Africa, Kilimanjaro. I want to get there.
What?
Never climbed in my entire life. Never slept in a sleeping bag. Never carried like more than like 2 kilograms in my bag. Never did anything. Booked the flight, booked the thing. I was like, I'm gonna do it. You felt like you were not free.
Oh yeah, I was a slave to my goals.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and even now, sometimes I'm still.
I was actually gonna ask you. You do a lot of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
How did you get interested by that? How do you take, fake news, good info, bad info?
Okay.
Walk us through your journey. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
You're feeling very comfortable.
I am.
Thank you for taking the time for coming here today and to have this beautiful conversation with me.
Pleasure.
The reason why I asked you to come here is because I know that we share the same vision on many things, on our outcome. So, first question is, who are you? Can you please tell us what's your journey, what's your story, briefly?
Perfect. So my name is Abel Raberin. So I'm a wealth manager, and I consider myself an expert in Bitcoin. But I'm also an ex-athlete. So I've been playing football at the highest level until 22 years old. So I think that's going to be your next question. But how did I transition to sports, to wealth management?
Exactly. Thank you. Saving me some time here.
Yeah, so we're winning some time. So basically, I've been trying to be a professional athlete. So I was training like mad, and I had some bad injuries. So I had four surgeries between 2018 and 2022.
Oh. Yeah.
So it was like
not funny for an athlete.
Not funny, but it was I needed that.
The turning point.
Yeah, that was the turning point. So in 2018, for my first re-education, I started to do therapy. I started to do some things to change. At that point, it was like I'm ready to do anything to be pro, to turn pro. So I think it was, I think we call it the dark night of the soul.
Yeah.
So I had to change my identities, basically to...
interesting.
Yeah, to change as a person, to question everything.
And what were the tools that you used in order to kind of like shift that identity that you're talking about?
So the tools was to be more self-aware, I would say. So therapy is a big thing. Energetical therapy is a big thing. And at that time, I realized how negative I was.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
In which sense?
I was always thinking about injuries.
Right, that's like,
okay.
Yeah, that's very dangerous when you start thinking about the problem.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that's gonna manifest.
Yeah, it's that's crazy that you say that, but when you say about manifesting, when we talk about manifesting, I didn't know at that time that we are so strong that we attract what we think about, and I realized that everything that happened to me at that time was just because I attracted them.
Yeah.
So it was a huge thing.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So if someone today was at your position when you were at your lowest and that you wanted to change your identity, what would be maybe 2 or 3 good advice that you would give them?
The first is to realize that we are more than the things we do.
I agree.
And that was, for me, that was really hard because, when you're passionate about something, for example, for an athlete, you only consider yourself as an athlete, and when you lose your
passion, your drive.
Not your passion, because I was still passionate after the first injuries.
Okay.
But it's more about when you lose some capacity to train. It's like if I break my leg, for example, and I'm a soccer player, a football player, it's like I'm known. I'm dead. It's like dying, soul dying or something like this.
Completely understand.
So the first point for someone in that position would be to realize that he or she is more than her body, and then you're more than that. I don't know if you want to go deeper on that.
100%. Yeah. And how did you sort of create that identity? What was your first base layer?
Oh wow! So basically, you take a white paper, and that's philosophically what was that at that point. It's like, okay, it's the lowest point of my life, but at the same time, I can create anything that I want. I can become anything that I want. So now you have to really try to think about the things you could like or the things you liked before, because sometimes you already have the answer in your past.
And you lose.
And you lose that.
You lose that idea.
Yeah. For example, dancing. We both like dancing. Yeah. I think that's a thing like every child like.
Yeah.
But we don't remember we like dancing
That's
or we
true.
like singing.
I think you have to cultivate the things that we used to do when we were younger, not to lose that sense of joy in our lives, and just do things that we actually love doing. So yeah.
Yeah, so that was it. That was it, and I think that's a good thing to remember the past, to remember the things you liked, and to work toward them.
So for you, you had to be at your lowest in order to kind of like say, all right, I'm not gonna go deeper than that, and I'm just gonna take a sheet of paper and write my goals and write that identity that I actually want to become. Yeah. And what was the next step after that? How did you?
I think we can stay a little bit longer on that point, because for me, and I think for someone who's gonna listen to that, there was only two ways possible.
Yeah.
So the darkest way was, suicidal thoughts. Like when you're really at your lowest, it's like, okay, so I don't have any identity now, so perhaps I should kill myself now.
Your life doesn't have any sense.
Yeah, you don't have any sense, any purpose.
They need to have a purpose in order to kind of like have a sense for their life. And I think so many young people today, they get lost because we have so many and too many informations around us that they just lose their way. That's why it's so important for me to ask you those questions to help people that are actually like, oh, actually my life is just, I have nothing.
Yeah. And that's a really good point. I think it's everyone are so concerned about everything that's outside of them.
Sorry for that.
That's okay. To everything that's outside of them, it's like exoteric. I think that's the word. I don't know if the same in English, but with all the distraction that we have, the social media, the social media is a huge part, especially for the young.
Do you feel that it impacted you in a good or a bad way?
At that time, it was a bad way. It's always the same thing when we are in a good position, like we are here today. Yeah. Social media can be a huge and a positive thing for us. But when you are at your lowest and you see everyone happy, and you look at the story of your friend playing football or dancing or being rich or some things like that, it's really, really bad.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Oh, that's for sure.
Such a simple sentence, yet so powerful. It's so true.
Yeah.
The moment you start comparing yourself, everything around you starts crumbling because you lose your drive.
Yeah, but again, I think it depends on where you are at that point.
Yeah. If talking about you, for example, when you're at your lowest, so bad.
You are in the hospital and you look people outside.
Bad.
It's the worst. So I think, I think people at that time, if they are in this situation, should start looking inside. So esoteric inside, and think about the thing that make you happy, your family, make a gratitude list, even though you are at the hospital at that time. Just do a gratitude list.
Very good, true. Yeah. So what was your routine at that point in order for you to get from you know, I feel bad and I feel crappy about myself every single morning, to, okay, today's actually a better day. Like, I feel better today.
Yeah, so I had a full surgery. So I would say the two first was not that bad because I had a purpose. My purpose was to go back to the same football level that I had.
Yeah.
So, like you said, when you have a goal, a sense, a purpose, it just goes. So I went back, find my level back. But for the third surgery, it was every day. Every day sucks. Every day I wanted to kill myself, etc. And the turning point, I think, was, and that's why social media can be great. It's when I started to listen to some people like Jordan Peterson.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and to hear people say, stop bitching about it. That's crazy,
So
but I think it's a love message.
Yeah, it is.
When you have someone who tell you like, okay, stop being. I don't want to.
Please don't.
but yeah, you can do it. Just wait. Yeah, of course. Just wake up and work toward your goals and make a list of goals and try to aim at the hardest thing possible.
Yeah.
And I needed that, and that was the turning point for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very glad to hear it because I can in a way compare myself to your, not comparison in a bad way, but compare myself in my journey to the point where sometimes you have to hit rock bottom in order to go even higher.
Yeah.
And I think that it's so important to, you know, lay a foundation of very strong, like a strong foundation, unshakable foundation, with the confidence, the family and the people around you. And if you have to clean everything around you and then rebuild from start, it's not a failure.
Oh.
It's actually an opportunity for you. And I'm very happy to hear that you saw it as an opportunity and not as a failure.
Yeah, at that point. But can you tell us more about you and why those things resonate with you?
Well, I reached a point in my life where I was 50 kilograms more than this. So I was not in a happy place, let's put it that way. And one day I woke up and I just decided to take my running shoes out of nowhere. Don't ask me why. And I went for a run at like 5 a.m. And I couldn't run for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I went back home and I started like almost crying. I was like, oh my God, like I'm so young, yet I'm like this and I'm not really happy with myself. I have to do something.
So what was the turning point? I mean, before you take those shoes, right?
It was a moment of stopping to be the victim in my life. I wanted to take action. So I was like, I'm gonna go from victim mindset to, you know, I've had this body for all those years to actually I can do something about it. I can carve my body. I'm the architect of my life. I can do anything I want in my life. And if I want to become that person, I just have to take the same actions as her, as that person. Her is Chiara from today. You know, so I started literally picturing myself being that person. Okay. So I went for that run.
From you.
Yeah, it came all from me, all from.
Nice. You didn't need an external source of.
No, God knows
motivation.
Why.
Okay.
I just went for that run.
Okay. Did you feel something like divine in that process, or?
At that point, I wasn't so self-conscious about like all those, you know, divine interventions and the spiritual realm of like everything. Okay. I was more of it is this way, and I'm just gonna do whatever is that way. You know, I was in high school, I had my friends, I was just in that sort of mood. So I went for that run, didn't really work out for me. Came back home, super sad. Tried the next day. I did 5 minutes. So proud of myself, like so proud of myself. And then I was like, you know what? This is actually fun. Like I feel even stronger in one day. The next day, I went again. Then I signed up to a gym. I started going to the gym every single day, even though crazy. I was caring about the other people looking at me, even though I was caring about wearing that like very baggy t-shirt. I was like trying to even hide, you know, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it even though I'm like this, because I had a goal, I had a vision. And the night before I signed up to the gym, I took a piece of paper, I drew like a line in the middle. I was like, this is me today, and this is me after.
Oh, that's super important.
And I literally stuck it on the wall of on the back of my door, of my room. Yeah. So every single morning I used to like see it, and I was like, yeah, I have a goal. So I go to the gym. I don't even look at the people. I look at my goal. I look at the mirror. I look at her. I see her already.
Oh, wow.
So I continued that for 8 months. And 8 months down the line, I lost 47 kilograms.
That's crazy. Congratulations.
Thank you. And so when you see yourself changing, you work out, like you sweat your ass off. You're tired. Are you gonna eat the bag of chips or are you gonna eat the salad? Of course you're gonna eat the salad. Are your friends gonna tell you to go out at night? Are you gonna go out or are you gonna rest because you have a body combat class that gives you so much joy in the morning? You're just gonna go to bed at 8. Your body is so tired from working out twice a day that you're actually gonna be a very disciplined person because this is your home, this is your house, it's
a
you.
Cycle.
And this is when my life just like changed. Everything changed. The people around me, the food I was eating, my activities, my readings, my motivations, the people I was getting inspired from.
Everything changed. And about that piece of paper, it was like some sentences, or did you have also like a vision board?
I had a vision board.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a Tumblr at that time. I don't know if you remember Tumblr.
No.
It's like Pinterest of today. And I used to take like pictures of like very athletic people.
Oh, wow.
You know, a lot of like just some inspirations that I was very inspired from.
So that's why earlier I kind of reacted when you said comparison.
Yeah.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
It is.
It depends because you know in that moment you needed a visual target,
100%.
visual goal.
And I think that we both sort of got inspired by certain people for us to be here.
Yeah.
But that was my turning point of being at my lowest, like my lowest. And the people around you sometimes, they're gonna tell you, no, you don't need to change. You're good.
Yeah.
And so you must need, you must have the, how would you call that? You need to be very aware of the people surrounding you. You need to make sure that they want your best interest. And if they don't, then you have to be there for yourself.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but for example, a member of your family, if they love you so much, they're gonna say, no, you don't need to change, and you could take that as a form of love, but you're saying the opposite.
100%, but I'm talking even for you, you need to be discerning what's good and what's bad. Your friends are gonna say, you don't need to work out again. Just come with us, let's go out. No, I'm not. You need to be there for yourself. You need to be disciplined, even with yourself. So this is why I think we both link our stories, where we hit like rock bottom, and then we change our perspective on the hard things to do, and just do the work. And even if your brain is going to tell you, no, I'm actually going to do it. It's called discipline. So after that, what were your sort of goals that you achieved in between you getting better and actually having that vision for yourself and today?
I didn't quite understand.
Okay, I'm gonna reformulate.
Yeah.
Did you have any goals when you were happier in that phase of your life when you recovered? And what was your limit?
Okay, so basically I started with small goals, really small goals. So like you asked me earlier what was my routine at that point.
Yeah.
So after the turning point, it was like waking up at 6:30. Even though I was at the hospital, I could sleep all day if I wanted to. So it was like
so you were at the hospital like every day?
That was the turning point for more than a month.
Wow.
Okay, so 6:30 waking up, doing my gratitude journal,
That's
meditation, eating, and then I started to read about 6 to 10 hours a day.
6 to 10 hours a day.
I needed something to escape.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I wanted that thing to be able to put one tools in my box tools.
Yeah.
For the future. So small goals, and after two or 3 weeks at the hospital, I started to look at master degrees to do, because at that point I only had a bachelor degrees in economics. And so I just thought, yeah, we are in September.
Let's just do it.
Let's just do it, master degree. And so I just enrolled in an online program and started a master degree.
Online?
Yeah.
Good, okay. And so you did that, and after, did you get out of the hospital with a new perspective on everything?
It wasn't that clear, but at least I had my routine. I had the goal of doing that master and reading some good books. And so little by little it changed, but it wasn't that strict, I mean.
And when you came out of the hospital and you kind of like were floating around, what was the tool that you used that got you from just being, you know, you and living your life to actually, I'm gonna do this and that in order to get where I want?
So it went, like I said, little by little. So I added the gym. So I needed the gym for the
You work out a lot, right?
Now, yeah.
Yeah. How many,
so
how many
it's
times
like
a week?
6, 7.
7?
Yeah, sometimes it's every day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it started with, you know, the injuries, so I needed to find back my confidence. So the body is great to create that confidence. And now I do it more for, I think, for the mental side, for the mental health side. And I mean, sports is easy drug, is free drugs. Right?
It is. I don't know if it's the same for you, but when you reach a certain level of like working out, at a certain point, when you reach your goal, you don't go to the gym to look good.
No.
You go to the gym because you need it.
To feel good.
Because you need it. Because it's more in your brain, you know, and then it gives you that confidence.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it gave me so much confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I walk in a room, I know that at 6 a.m. I was busting my ass off. Sorry, but that's the truth. I was like sweating like crazy, pushing against myself. So when people talk to you, you're like, I know where I'm coming from.
Oh, wow.
I know what I did. So that's why I think that working out is a great way to improve your confidence, especially for women, you know.
Yeah. So now you're going to the gym for that aspect as well.
Yeah, I do try to like work out a lot. Not necessarily only the gym.
Okay.
You know, I love climbing, I love running, I love setting myself some goals. I think it's very important. Like, at a certain point, I was working out so much that I was like, you know what? Sky is your limit. Sky is my limit.
Yeah.
What can I do to like really challenge myself?
That's crazy.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna climb the Mount Kilimanjaro.
Oh,
I was like, I went on Google, never heard of that mountain before. I was like, what's the highest mountain in the world? And I saw like Everest, Kilimanjaro. I was like, Africa, Kilimanjaro. I want to get there.
What?
Never climbed in my entire life. Never slept in a sleeping bag. Never carried like more than like 2 kilograms in my bag. Never did anything. Booked the flight, booked the thing. I was like, I'm gonna do it. Every day I sat for like 15 minutes, like 30 minutes, envisioning myself already at the top.
When you were at home?
When you were here, when I was here. And I booked it 1 month before getting there.
Whoa.
So I was like, I have a month to set that goal to myself.
But that's crazy because for people who are listening, this is a huge thing. The visualization that you did.
It's insane.
It's almost like
it's
training.
It's a tool. It's an arm. Like not an arm. It's how do you say arm in English?
A weapon.
It's a weapon. Thank you. It's a true weapon.
Yeah.
The moment that you understand that your only limit is yourself, you're free. Yeah. You're free. You can do anything.
And the fact that you put yourself, that's crazy. You put yourself in the situation you wanted to be. I
googled some images.
Yeah.
Top of Kilimanjaro. Woman, top of Kilimanjaro. Printed that picture.
Okay.
Stick.
And
in my book, and every day.
So you tried to.
I look at it.
So you looked at it, but also.
The feeling.
You were trying to get that feeling.
I had the feeling.
The feeling too.
I was like, I'm there. I'm gonna be there.
And to be there.
Not to climb, just at the top.
Okay.
And I was like, any obstacle, I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna whatever it takes. I'm gonna get there.
You didn't try to.
No.
You wasn't trying to see yourself climbing, but just the top.
Just at the. I had a goal.
Just the goal.
I had a goal.
Oh wow.
And so that's why I think that the vision is so important, and for people today to understand, if you have a limit, it's you. If I actually told myself, I'm actually not at the goal that I want, I need to like lose a bit more weight, or maybe, you know, I'm not as athletic as I think, and I think that climbing a mountain as a solo female traveler is very dangerous. Do you think I was gonna do it? I would never book that flight. I would never go. But because I work out, and because I cry at the gym, and because I go through all those hardships, I get to a point where I'm like, I know what I can do, and only I know.
Okay, so I have a question now.
Yeah.
With those experiences, now what do you do to fix other goals? What is the limits basically? Like, you see that you can always do the things that you wanted to do.
Very good question, because I think that once you reach the point of like just having a goal just to challenge yourself, that's good. it's good for your confidence, it's good for you.
Yeah.
But then you have to understand in life that it's not always go, 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 go,
Yeah.
go. You have to regulate your nervous
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
You have to regulate your hormones level.
Yeah.
You have to calm down.
Yeah.
You have to breathe.
Yeah.
And this is being in harmony with your life. And I think that harmony is a word that I didn't know. And it's
Okay.
been like
Always
actually
extreme.
only a few months. I was so extreme.
Yeah, that's
Because
extreme.
if you look at the pattern in my life, lose weight, hardship, it's okay, I'm gonna do it. Challenge, I'm gonna do it. And when you're a woman and you're putting your body under so much stress,
Yeah.
your cortisol levels are through the roof. So bad for women. So you start getting inflammation. You start getting, you know, all type of just misregulations.
Okay.
And so I think that once, to get back to your question,
Yeah.
once you reach certain challenges, certain goals, you need to look at your life and be like, okay, in 5 years, where do I see myself?
Okay.
There's a time and a season for everything. Now I got to prove to myself that I could do that.
Yeah.
Do I need to prove it again? No. Because I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
So now is a season for me to build with calm, to take time to breathe, to do more yoga, to do more...
Soft spin.
Exactly. Not even yoga in the sense of like poses and no. In the sense of you need to calm the mind and train the body. But you can't only train the body and forget the mind. They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Once you understand that, this is your power. You're powerful as a human when you're in harmony, when you're in balance. So I think this is something that I understood after going through everything. It's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Not always go, go, go. You have to calm down.
I think that's a huge thing to say to athletes.
Yeah.
To calm down and to not. I mean, I had the same, trajectory
Yeah.
as you, and so at a certain point, I was like, am I really free, or I am a slave to that extreme, to those trainings?
Such
and
an
stuff.
interesting point.
So I think that's the same.
You felt like you were not free.
Oh yeah, I was a slave to my goals.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and even now, sometimes I'm still.
I was actually gonna ask you, are you?
No, I'm
How do you feel now? Do you feel like you have?
No,
you
this is hard to find, like you said, the right balance,
Yeah.
and to not be a slave to your mindset that you created.
And what do you do on a daily basis for you to sort of
Calm down.
calm that? Because I know that go-getters, you know, hustlers,
Yeah.
they have that thing. And do you feel like your environment, the people around you, your goal, your own mind, yourself, do you feel like you're trapped in that, or? And if not, what are the tools that helped you getting out of that?
I think I'm still kind of trapped, but now I kind of play with my mindset.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you know that when you fix a target, you can attain that.
Yeah.
So now your target is going to be, okay, I need at least 30 minutes per day where I'm going to calm
Good.
down.
Very good, very important.
So yeah, it's the same strict mindset, but the goal is to calm down.
It's a hygiene.
Yeah, it's hygiene.
Like brushing your teeth, you know? You have to calm your mind.
Yeah.
And I think that it's so important, and people get it twisted. They're like, I'm just gonna wake up and be me as a human. You know, I think now that we talked about all the how to overcome an obstacle part, what are your take, and what is your take actually on being a human and just like a better human? And if, you know, there's young people listening, what's the one advice that you would give them just to be a better human? And what's your take on that?
So for me, I'm getting in a phase right now where I'm learning to be a man.
Learning to be a man.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
it's like my passion at the moment.
Your passion.
It's my passion. Like,
Love to hear it.
I visualize what is a good man for me,
Okay.
and so the value that man has, and the things he do, the way he treat people. Because you know, when I was playing football,
Yeah.
I had that mindset that whatever it takes, I'm gonna win. So I could just break everyone else.
Yeah.
I didn't give a damn. Like, it was my goal is to be a professional athlete, and no one's gonna be on my way.
Yeah.
And so now I'm at a point where this is not good values. This is not what I want for.
So values.
Values and
Very
also what is a man for his family, for his future children, and so I have more long-term goals than I had before.
Okay.
And so if I have to give one advice to young men or women is to have long-term goals,
very
really
important.
long-term.
Yeah. It's
and
amazing.
what do you do?
Well, I'm just like that, but the thing is, I think that for men, even today, and actually for everyone, it's more of the being aware of where you get your information from. Because I see too many people around me, for example, they're kind of like lost in their ways, and they have social media.
Yeah.
And social media can kill your own values, your own perspective on so many things. And you think that you were right on something, you watch something, you're like, actually, I'm not right. And actually, I'm a piece of shit because I'm not doing this, that.
Wow.
Because you compare yourself.
Yeah.
And we see too many women trying to change themselves, their bodies, their things. I'm not judging anyone, but I mean, hello.
Yeah.
We can tell this is a pure product of the social media consumption.
Yeah.
So I'm at the same level as you today, in the sense of I'm trying to make the discernement between.
That's
I
good.
loved your.
Some French.
Between, you know, just being aware of where you get your inspiration from.
Okay.
And
So for you was it's like I liked the thing you said at the point. It was like if I have to remove a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of bad information. That's the same thing with social media. So like you just unfollow certain type of
100%.
people. And
I think that you need to see your life as a canvas. You know, like the painter is looking at a blank canvas.
Oh.
You need to see it like that. What do I want to see on my canvas every single morning? Well, first off, you need to clean your canvas. What do you do to clean it? And I think you need to start from the base. You wake up. I'm not Abel with, you know, 20, how old are you?
24.
24 years old, no, you're human, and you woke up, and your heart is beating, and you're grateful.
Oh, yeah.
So you wake up, and your canvas is just blank.
Okay.
What color do I want to put on my canvas today? How many brushes do I have? One? It's okay. I'm gonna do beautiful things with one. So first off, you need to be grateful for what you have, because we're all humans.
Yeah.
When you wake up and you go on social media, oh my God, I'm in lack. Oh, I'm in my bed and my friends are just traveling and they have so much money. And this girl, oh, she looks so beautiful and I'm not like that. I'm so ugly. I'm so. How do you think your not even your day? How do you think your month, your life is gonna be?
Yeah.
You're gonna be in lack. You're gonna walk in the street at the supermarket. People are gonna smile at you. You're gonna be like, nah, I'm having a bad day. When you wake up and you're in that gratefulness, gratitude, you walk, you smile, you're gonna attract the same people, the same energy. So you need to literally have a blank canvas every morning. You need to have a goal. What's the color? Do you want to put that color? No, it's not on my list, sorry. Then you need to have clear boundaries. And this is how I see my life at the moment, you know, it's just sticking to it and not being, we have too many distractions.
Yeah, and for the boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you make the link between the confidence level that you have because of the gym and the fact that you're able now to set the boundaries?
Such a good question. Yes, 100%.
Oh.
I had boundaries before, but you know, I think that the more you get to know yourself, the more you get to
respect yourself.
The more
to respect yourself, you have to put yourself in extreme or odd situation, like sports, boxing is a good way to.
Boxing is an amazing way for me to canalize all of my energy, and you know, when I box, I don't only box.
Okay.
I see it as, again, like I love taking metaphors for life, but like for me, boxing is like seeing every single hardship that I have on the bag. Am I able to do it? Of course I'm able to do it. Let's do it. So instead of fighting against myself or to get into, you know, conversations with people, no, this is my therapy. It's free therapy. It's your body. You're moving that tension, the things, and then you meditate, and then you take a cold shower, and then you understand the body more. You just regulate yourself. You know, I think it's so important.
Would you advise a woman to do boxing?
I advise women to do weightlifting, to do boxing, to do running. Women can do anything. It's not because you're limited by your mind and you think that you're a woman, so you need to be a certain way, and that is going to kill your femininity. No, I see more feminine women at the gym than feminine women in ballet classes. Trust me.
Crazy.
Because being feminine is an energy, and anything that you do, if you let that thing kill your feminine side, then you let yourself determined by the actions that you do. No, you need to have an unshakable foundation of who you are. I am me, I'm doing that thing. Nothing is going to change me. This is only a tool for me to become stronger here, because this needs to get stronger as well. So I'm not only going to the gym
and so now we go to the boundaries thing.
Yeah.
And so with that power that you get from that, you can set boundaries.
You set more boundaries because you know yourself. You want to preserve yourself. You want to protect yourself. If you don't know yourself, the first person who's going to come, and it's not really the right fit for you, or you know, sometimes you lack love. Let's just go.
Oh,
let's just go down the line.
That's the most important
Sometimes people they hate themselves.
Yeah.
So the first person, whether they're like narcissistic, bad people, whatever, they're gonna say yes, because they need to be loved. They need to have that factor in their life.
Yeah.
So I think that the more you love yourself, the less you're comfortable, the more you're able to choose. Yes, you can come in my life if you add value to my life, and if I can add value to your life. It's a nurturing thing, you know?
Wow.
If not, I'm not gonna block your blessings.
Yeah. Okay, for me, the subject of love is so much important, and love can be in everything, relationship, to yourself, to others. So you were saying that it's not that easy to set clear and good boundaries when you don't love yourself. Yeah. Basically.
Because I think that the relationship with yourself is the most important one. Okay. And some people, they tend to forget that. You know, when you shift, there's a shifting. When you go out and you seek validation on the outside, you're never going to work on the inside. But if you're actually aware that you have everything that you need for yourself, you can be there for yourself, you can hold yourself, you can help yourself, then you don't need people. Then you're not going to be needy. You're not going to attract the wrong people for you. Then you're just going to attract the right person for you and the right friends, and you know.
And I love the way you say it. You have everything.
You do.
You have everything.
You need to realize it.
You need to realize it. And back to when you wanted to climb the Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
You put yourself in a position when you felt at that point the emotions that you were gonna feel when you were on top.
Yes.
And now I think for self-love, and it's both for men and women, if you can train yourself to give yourself that love,
100%.
You know, like the feeling when you make a hug to someone, you can have the same feeling alone.
100%.
And that's...
You can recreate anything that you want in your mind. The moment that you start to understand that the tools are free and they are you, and the limits are you, the good is you, the bad is you, then you're not in the victim mindset. You know, you see people waking up, oh, my environment is so toxic. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Exit.
Go for a run, you know? Get out if you can. Do things that are gonna bring you to the... So it's bringing me to my next
question.
This is going to bring me to my next question for you.
Okay.
So you do a lot of Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
How did you get interested by that? What's your take on that? You know, we see it as a very hot topic today. A lot of people are talking about it. How do you take, you know, fake news, good info, bad info?
Okay.
Walk us through your journey with that.
So for me, Bitcoin is way more than just cryptocurrency where you can make money. So I think you need to know how I get interested in Bitcoin. So when I was 15 years old, I had three objectives. So it was, I wanted to be a football player. That was one thing for sure. But in a professional, more academic career, I wanted to be an economist or a diplomat.
Okay.
So I was really into politics, geopolitics, macroeconomy. So I loved every global
Very
subject.
interesting. I think we link on that because I did my studies in political science and geopolitics. So I think we link up on that.
At that point, like at 15, 16 years old, could you see yourself as a diplomat or in geopolitics, or what was your...
I did, in high school I was very interested in economics, so social, you know, science of economics, people, and we had an option, and the option was politics.
Okay.
And it was my favorite class, like I was waiting for that, and I was like, if you get general knowledge and just that culture for yourself, you understand the world better. So I never really saw myself doing anything else.
Okay.
So it was more like a clear path for me. I was like, what can I do? Okay.
Politics.
Yeah, politics. It's just
Nice.
because I always had the sentence: if you don't do politics, politics do you.
Yeah. I love this
So
one.
I was like, I have to study that. I have to do that. So I did a prepa,
Yeah.
and then I went to university and I studied that.
Political
so yeah,
science.
so I think that we link on.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we link also on the fact that we are interested in people more than things or money or.
Because we went through the hard things ourselves, and we see people getting stuck, and I think that's why we both, want to help.
Yeah.
And not even that. It's just like we're both walking testimonies. Like sometimes I see girls at the gym and they're like insecure, and I just want to go to them and scream in their ears, "You can do
You
it!"
can
Like
do it.
I've been there. I know how you feel.
Yeah.
No one is looking at you. They don't care about you. Run, live your life.
I think that's the best way to live.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing to say, but to just be there to inspire people, and not necessarily go talk to them or try to harass them with advices and stuff. Just do you, be the best version of you,
Exactly. And you're gonna inspire others.
Yeah.
So going back to your Bitcoin.
So at that point, I decided to try political science. I didn't get the school.
Okay.
So there is a school in French. It's Sciences Po.
Sciences Po, yeah.
And it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get there, but I went to economics, and then after the bachelor, I did the master degree in wealth management. So for me, it was what are the tools for me to get rich and to have the best impact in the world, the best positive impact in the world. And so I didn't get my responses, my answers in those studies. In 5 years, I didn't get anything. So I started to look at other things. I started reading about Bitcoin, online. And then I started to go at international conferences. So I went to Prague, I went to Amsterdam, I went to Lugano in Switzerland, I went to Biarritz in France to learn and understand what was that thing with Bitcoin. And so what I really liked was the fact that it's outside of the system, and the traditional financial system is rigged, and it's making rich people richer and poor people poorer, and it's really a thing. It's not it's really a thing. So I love that thing about Bitcoin, that was more honest in a way, more transparent. Yeah, it's more honest because you can see everything with Bitcoin, and it's accessible to everyone. Yeah. So for me, like, for example, for traditional currencies, people in bad places in Africa, or there is 2 billion people who doesn't have access to bank accounts, just the banking system. 2 billion people. And now you have a tool, you have Bitcoin, you just need an internet connection and you have money. You're right. And so for me that was a big thing. It's very, like, I love the fact that you took inspired actions towards that, What would be your advice for people who wants to start investing? I think it's a very big topic today. Yeah, I think start to see that subject as a maybe. As a maybe? As a maybe. Don't say no directly to that thing. Just keep an open mind and start to look and listen to some podcasts and read some books if you want, and start investing if you want. You gave me very, very good books. 3 very good books. The one I gave you, so the FIAT standard, the Bitcoin standard. Yeah. And what would be the last one? I would say this is a French one, Alice au Pays des Merveilles, Alice au Pays des Cryptos. Because Alice au Pays des Merveilles is different. Crypto. Because this is a really simple, how do you say, bande dessinée? Yeah. I don't know the word. It's okay. So it's a really simple, small book for really beginners. It's great. But the Bitcoin standard and the Fiat standard, for people like you who are interested in politics and having an impact in the world, I think those books are the best ones. Amazing. Like, you're going to learn about traditional finance. You're going to learn about how the world is financed, how the world works exactly. Yeah. You're not everything comes from that. Yeah, you're not going to get that in traditional academic lesson courses. So very interesting. And so today, your advice would be to just keep an open mind and do your research, basically. And back to informations, right? Don't get caught up on the news and.
That was my next question. That was actually one of my last questions for you.
Perfect.
It's how do you, because there's so many informations online, how do you make the difference between, okay, that's a good info, I'm gonna take it, and between that's bullshit. Don't buy that, you know.
I would say two things. First, if you want to find shortcuts, you're gonna find yourself in a very bad place. Like everything.
Like in life.
Like in life.
Thank you.
If you want shortcuts, reels of 15 seconds, because you don't want to read, or you don't want the free.
Fries your brain.
Yeah.
Fries your brain.
You don't want the 3 hours podcast where you get the real added value. I would say the first thing, go for the good sources. The good sources are big, boring books and huge podcasts. And the second thing, and I think especially for women, it's easier for those who are self-aware and are more who are working on their intuitions. Try to select people and information based on how do you feel when you listen to that guy?
True.
How do you feel when you read that article?
Very unconventional advice, but it's but yet one of the best ones I've received, because that's so true. When it comes to women and intuition, you know, how do I feel when I listen to this or to that? So you're right.
And with social media, I'm starting to create some content. And I realized
about wealth and about advising. And
there's two things. There is one Instagram page who is only dedicated to Bitcoin, and one other page where it's more lifestyle, gym advice, just me.
Okay, basically.
And I started to see that content creation and reels, for example, creates a lot of dopamine level. And sometimes the vibration, the frequency are bad as Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna beep that.
and back to my advice. How do you feel when you watch that? So, for example, I try to put some good songs, some good vibration on the background, right? So that people can feel at ease, can calm their nervous system as well, you know. And you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And the same with the podcast. I try to put good songs.
That's amazing.
And
it's amazing that you know, with everything that you said about your life in general, that you went through being an athlete. You've had some hardships. You couldn't get to your goal. You literally had a shift where you got from, I can't be an athlete, but I can do better. You healed. You went out of the hospital, started reading on, you know, things that were interested to you, and now you want to help people with that. And I think it's a beautiful path, and that's why I decided to actually invite people on this podcast that are inspiring for other people, that we're not just waking up to just be here. No, you take inspired action, and I think it's wonderful the way you do it, and the way you get interested in many aspects, you know, of the how can I make my mind better, my body better, how can I be in harmony with myself. So thank you so much for, first, before saying thank you, do you have any last thing that you want to talk about, any question, any advice, anything?
My last advice, and it's back to what you were saying, is to try to focus on adding value to other people and to try to improve the lives of everyone around you.
Beautiful.
And I think that's the best way to live.
I'm not going to add anything because that's such a beautiful message,
cool.
and I share it with you. So thank you so much for taking time today to come here. Thank you for the ones who are listening right now, and I'll see you at the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you, my pleasure.